Today, I have every single WOTANCRAFT Pilot Sling Bag. Let's get into it. If you guys haven't already seen my original WOTANCRAFT Pilot Sling Bag review, go check that out up here and I'll link it down in the description below. That video, I featured the 7-liter bag and I went into a lot of detail, every little nook and cranny of this bag. So because the bags are all so similar, I'm not going to do that in this video. This video is mostly going to be just me going through all the different sizes and packing as much stuff into them as I can. Because after reading the comments on the last video, that seems to be what you guys are really looking for, just a practical video showing how much stuff fits into these bags. So like I said, again, if you want a really in-depth review, go check out that video and let's get into these other bags. Hey, Editor Matt here. Sorry for the interruption, but I forgot to say that WOTANCRAFT did send me these bags for free, but I am in no way obligated to give them a positive review. No money has changed hands, and as always with videos like this, I'll do my absolute best to give you guys my honest opinions. So sorry for the interruption, now let's get back to the video. Alright, so starting things off with the 2-liter Pilot Sling. This thing is super tiny, as you can tell. Here's my Sony a7C in comparison. It's very tiny, but they still did retain the MOLLE mounting points on the side for mounting accessories. There's a zippered pouch on the back. It still has the magnetic fidlock system, and it has a pouch up front. There's one main compartment, and they did include a divider, which I've taken out just for the sake of being able to cram as much stuff into this bag as possible. So obviously the A7C fits in there nicely, and so you can imagine something like an X100, anything in this class of camera, small, you know, a Q3, it's going to fit in there nicely. So once you put this in here, you still have room for filters, you have room for batteries, for extra straps, you have room for all of this stuff. What I've used this size bag for quite frequently is when I'm going out for light video days and I don't need my big main cameras and I just have my Osmo Pocket 3. It's perfect for holding this and all the accessories. So it'll hold the Osmo Pocket with the DJI mics, and if you have ND filters or mist filters that you want to bring along as well, that stuff all fits perfectly in here. And this bag honestly is so small that it really makes for a really good EDC bag, just a general EDC bag. So if you have knives, flashlights, you know, notepads, you know, things like that, it's really good for that as well. This is my A7S III with a half cage on there and a 16-35 G Master Mark I. I don't think this is gonna fit. So actually, you know what? I think that this might fit if I didn't have the cage on here, because there's still room on the bottom. It might fit, it might not close up, but it's going to be really hard to get the camera in and out of this. So I would say that full-size mirrorless bodies, while they may fit, it's going to be a pretty tight fit. You know, maybe if I had this lens, if I had the 40mm on here, maybe some other small prime, it could work. But then the width of it still is not going to be easy to grab that camera and get it in and out of this bag. So I personally would stay away from full-size mirrorless bodies with this bag, but I guess in a pinch you may be able to get it to work. You know, probably something like a NA6700, that might go well with this. So that's the 2-liter sling bag. Now let's jump over to the 3.5 liter. So here's the 3.5 liter. Again, it's a very small size. They still kept the MOLLE on the sides, and there's a little MOLLE strap, or MOLLE mounting points up front. Again, there's a zipper pouch on the back, the fidlock system up front. This time the pouch up front is a zippered pouch, and this one has dividers as well, but I'm going to take those out for now. There's the main compartment. So while we're talking about the A7S III with a half cage, a big lens, the 16-35 G Master Mark I, it fits nicely in here. And this is, if I'm just running and gunning and I want a really lightweight setup, I just have one lens, one camera. I mean, I'm talking about my full-size cameras. This is the one that I'll go for, the 3.5 liter. So as you can see, it fits really nicely in there. Let me show you guys here. I don't know if you can see that. And then a little bigger setup here right now. I have the A7 IV configured with a full cage. It's even got a NATO rail up here. I don't know why I have my matte box mount on there, but I also have the 24-70 G Master Mark I, which is actually a bigger lens than the 16-35. I'm pretty sure that this is gonna fit no problem. Yes, fits no problem. So you guys get an idea, right? I don't have any other brand cameras to compare full-size mirrorless cameras, but I'm guessing that they're all about the same size. So if you have a Canon or a Nikon without a vertical grip, then it should fit no problem. Actually, you know what? Give me one sec. I'm gonna remove this cage and I'm gonna put the vertical grip on and see how that fits, because I'm curious. All right, I'm putting on the vertical grip right now because I find that a lot of people these days that you shoot for do often request a lot of vertical content because of social media. So having that vertical grip is very nice for going vertical a lot. You know, if it's just a little bit of vertical, then I would rather just shoot without it. But you know, for long days, it helps a lot. So let's try the vertical grip in the 3.5 liter. Interesting. So let's see. Right now I have the camera with the normal grip on this side of the bag, just for reference. The vertical grip is on this side, the normal grip is on this side. And I technically can get it to close, but you can see it looks kind of weird. It's pretty much busting out of the bag. Let me see if I can rotate it 90 degrees and if that helps. Pretty much the same thing. I mean, in a pinch, yeah, of course this could work, and it does provide some kind of protection. But to be realistic, if I'm going somewhere where I need a vertical grip, I'm not going to be bringing a small bag like this. I'm probably going to have a lot more gear to bring, so I probably wouldn't go with this small bag. But I also did want to put the vertical grip on there for some of you guys who are using cameras with built-in vertical grips. So now you know, if you have a camera with a built-in vertical grip, or you like running an external vertical grip, this is probably not the right size bag for you. Here we are with back to normal, and you can see it fits great. No issues with a regular full-size mirrorless camera. One thing I'm curious about is, could you get another lens in here? Hold on, let me get some other lenses. All right, I just grabbed a few more lenses here. So what if I have a 35mm G Master right here. Now, could we be creative here and use our dividers to fit in a zoom and a prime in here, because that would cover a lot of different scenarios. Let's see. Oh, wow. Look at that. So right now I have a 35mm G Master right here on this side. I put a divider in with the shelf to fold it over to protect that lens. And then on this side, I have the A7 IV with a 24-70 G Master Mark I. Check it out. That is something I haven't tried before, and that is impressive. Yeah, so that's really surprising. That is actually really cool, because that could be good for really small events, like if you're shooting a birthday party or, you know, baby shower, something like that. Since I have this out, let me just see if this fits in there. That also fits. That was the 70-200 G Master Mark I, so the big one. That's interesting. That fits. How about a drone? How about if you wanted to take a drone out? All right, so I was just curious. Again, this is gonna be probably a really long video, just because I'm gonna be sitting here just trying different things. I will timestamp this to all the different bags. If you don't care about one of these bags, just skip along to the one that you do care about. So let's try, this is a DJI Air 3. That fits in there nicely. And let's see if we can fit the RC2 controller. Look at that. Interesting. So again, this is the 3.5 liter, and I have a DJI Air 3 on this side, and I have the RC2 remote in here, which is pretty freaking cool. Remote. And the drone. There wasn't room for the battery charger holster in here, so you're not going to get a lot of drone flying time, but if you're just going somewhere and you just want to throw it up for a couple shots, or if you got like a real estate gig and you just need to throw your drone into something really small, this could work for that. It's really cool. All right, so that was the 3.5 liter. And like I said before, I'm not gonna do the 7 liter again, because I have an entire video going through that in depth. So check that out if you wanna check that out down in the description. I'll leave a link to that video. So let's get into the 10 liter. Let me show you guys this one. Sorry, it's all dirty because I've took this on a really long road trip and it held up really well. It went through a lot of abuse, but a really quick overview. So it has the MOLLE mounting points right here on the front. It has water bottle pouches on the sides. It has a luggage pass-through right here. It has a tripod mounting straps right there on the bottom. It has a zipper pouch on the back. It has the magnetic fidlock system here. It has another zipper pouch right here in the front. It has a pass-through right here, which is great for jackets, stuff like that. And then here, these are hidden pockets here. You can't really see them, but there are some hidden zipper pouches right here. So that's good for hiding stuff. And then in the inside, I have some of the accessories tucked away and some of the dividers. These bigger ones come with laptop/tablet padding. So speaking of that, first, let's see if a laptop fits. Let me grab my MacBook. All right, so here we have my old M2 MacBook Pro. This is the 16-inch. Let's see if this fits in here. I've never actually carried my laptop in this bag before. And it does. It fits nicely, actually. But I can already tell that if you put this laptop in here, you're not gonna have nearly as much room for camera gear. So if you're gonna bring the laptop, you may be relegated to bringing smaller cameras. The A7C fits, maybe some primes. Let's see. Yeah, these primes will fit. I don't think you're gonna have luck with something full frame like this A7S III. Yeah, I don't even have the divider in there. So while this does fit a laptop, I think if you do pack a laptop in here, this has pretty much then just become like a work bag. You're gonna be able to fit some notebooks, this, your iPad, stuff like that. You're not really gonna get much camera gear in here once a laptop's in there. Obviously, if the laptop fit, you know, a tablet will fit as well, so I'm not even gonna try that one. But let's get to the fun stuff. Let's just try to cram as much camera gear in here as possible. So I took all of the dividers out to give us as much space as possible. I'm really interested now because what I planned this bag to be is for long trips or for like event shooting, concerts, stuff like that. So let's say an extreme case, let's start with a lens, because I think my big problem with the 7-liter, while I think that will work well for smaller venues, if I have to shoot a bigger venue and I need more reach and I need to bring a telephoto, I couldn't really get that in there in a nice way. So let's put the 70-200 in there. We want to protect it, so let me throw a divider in here. All right, so I got the 70-200 in here really easily, no problems with that. Now let's throw the A7 IV in here. That fits nice and easy. Let me throw a divider in here again to protect this guy. Wow, I think I might be able to fit 2 bodies in here. Wow. Check this out. Okay, so I have a 70-200 G Master Mark I, the big boy. Okay, I don't want to say that anymore. All of my lenses that are G Masters are Mark Is. I don't have the money to get the Mark IIs. So there's 70-200. There's a A7S III with a 24-70 and A7 IV with a 16-35. And all of this fits in here. Wow, so I could take this to a gig, 2 bodies, and I have the entire holy trinity of lenses in here. That is pretty wild. Sorry, just give me a second. I'm just thinking about all the possibilities of that. Oh man, that is so interesting. I mean, can you guys see in there? I can't even tell. I haven't said this, but I really apologize for the quality of this video, because obviously I have all of my normal camera gear on this table right now. So I'm filming this on my iPhone. So please do not judge me on the quality of this video. But how crazy is this? I have 2 full-size mirrorless bodies in here and 3 humongous lenses. That is crazy. And obviously I still have all of the pockets open for things like batteries, straps, filters, all of the accessories that I need. And then if I run out of space there, then you still have the MOLLE attachment system for more accessories, like this guy, which if you've already watched the other video, you know that this bag right here also fits lenses. So I could even bring another lens in this pouch. This pouch is great for SD card holders and other types of accessories. So I could even bring my Osmo Pocket if I need to get some BTS stuff. I can throw the vertical grip in here. I could even bring a third body, maybe not this one. If I was cool enough to have an X100, I could bring an X100. I could bring some water. I could throw my tripod on the bottom still. And if it's an outdoor festival or something, you got this pass-through for a jacket, which is so key. I'm pretty impressed. This is pretty crazy. And if you guys don't know, oftentimes if you watch Petapixel or some of the old DP review videos, you'll see Chris Nichols rocking the tan version of this bag. And that's for a reason. I mean, those guys have pretty much unlimited access to gear, right? And this is the bag that he chooses to walk around with, which says something, right? By the way, I've been a huge Peak Design fan for a lot of years, but at some point I just came to the realization that I think they're more form over function. Not saying that these bags don't look awesome, because I love the way these bags look, but I feel like the Peak Design bags have made a lot of compromises to get the look that they want. Whereas this bag, I feel like they engineered it for function first. Obviously, it was designed by people who actually go out and shoot, and they still look awesome. So these bags, I haven't used my Peak Design bags in probably over a year. These bags are the ones that I take everywhere with me, if that means anything, you know. But this is incredible. I'll just give me a sec. I'll take these out and I'll try a few more configurations. Let's see, what would you guys want to see? Maybe more drone stuff. If you're a real estate photographer, you probably, you know what, you're not going to need two bodies if you're a real estate photographer. Actually, you might, you know, if you have your video setup. Maybe you have an FX3, and then for your body you have a A7R5, maybe for those high res stills. So let me see, I'll leave the two bodies in there for, let's say, the guys who have separate setups for video and stills. I mean, I do that sometimes. And then you want to go out, you want to get those nice drone shots of the property. So I just replaced the 70-200 with the Air 3 in there. And what's crazy is that this bag is actually tall enough that you could throw the RC2 remote right on top, and I bet it's not going to have any problem closing. Dude, check that out. That is so cool. All right. This is like the real estate kit right here. Got the drone, got the RC2 controller up top. I have my video centric camera. I got my still centric camera. I have two zoom lenses to cover all the way from 16 all the way up to 70. Man, that's pretty awesome. All right, so let's try something else. Say you're not a drone person. Let's take the drone out. And say you're just a photographer, or you're just a videographer. So you're only gonna have one body in here. Okay, so I have, which camera is this? All right, so right now I have the A7 S3 in here with the 16-35. Now, say you're only shooting video or only shooting photos, now you have all this room for lenses or other gear that you might need to bring, right? If so right now I have 16-35, 35 millimeter prime, 70-200. I could even fit an 85 millimeter prime in here. Geez, what other lenses do I have lying around? 20 millimeter G lens, that could fit in here too. I'm just gonna put this divider in here to protect the lenses and the stuff below. I mean, okay, I didn't do a great job packing this, but you can see, I mean, I could probably fit every single one of my lenses that I own in here. Oh man, so right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could easily fit this lens in there, 6. This lens, I could, like I said earlier, put one of these pouches up front, 7. I could confidently say that I could fit one full-size mirrorless body in here and 7 lenses. That is nuts. 7 lenses and a body. Plus accessories, because I haven't filled up any of the pockets yet. There's still room for more stuff. So, I know I've spent a lot of time on a 10 liter, obviously because there's more things that I can shove in here. But that is really impressive. So, I gotta say it, this right here, this is going to be my bag that I go to for larger gigs where I need to bring a lot of stuff. Just for a size comparison, if you guys want to see them side by side, so this is the 10. This is the 7. They look pretty similar, but the 7 is noticeably smaller. It definitely holds less stuff. But like I said, I think on a daily basis, this thing holds everything that I need for like a daily basis. This thing is a purpose, for me, this is like a purpose built for I'm going to shoot a gig. I need to bring a lot of stuff. So that's what this guy's for. Oh! I hope that's not in frame because I cannot monitor my iPhone. All right, so that's it. I went through the 2 liter. Oh, actually, let me give you the prices. So I went through the 2 liter, the 3.5 liter, the 7 liter in a previous video, and the 10 liter. So the 2 liter will cost 99 USD. These are all in USD. So the 2 liter is 99. The 3.5 liter is 119. The 7 liter is 179. And the 10 liter is 219. So not too bad. I mean, I know they're not the cheapest bags. You can find a lot cheaper bags on Amazon from, you know, some of these off brands, but for how good quality they are and how much thought went into them, and they're expandable with their accessories, I think that's a great price. And all of these bags come in 2 colors. They come in this dark charcoal color and they come in a tan color as well. So sorry for the long video, but based on your guys' comments in the last video, I thought that this would be the most useful for people, just to sit down and try to pack some stuff into these bags. All right, well, that's it. I honestly can't really think of anything bad to say about these bags. I did say it before, WOTANCRAFT did send me these bags for free, but they have not paid me to say anything nice about them. And to be completely honest, 100% transparency, they sent me these bags probably a year ago, and they never pressured me to put the video out. That, you know, the guy I was talking to never was getting on my case like, hey, where's the video? Where's the video? Honestly, I don't think if I never made this video, they probably never would have pinged me on that, which is pretty crazy. It's not very normal when you're working with companies. They, you know, they just sent them out to me, and because I like them so much, that's why I felt compelled to make another video about this. No pressure from the company at all. I guess, you know, for all you guys out there who have not obviously been sent the bags, probably the downside is choosing the right size bag, because there are so many options. Hopefully this video helps you make that decision. I'd say that the smallest one, I would say get this one if you know that you're not a professional, you're only taking around like an X100 or something similar, like a point and shoot or an A7C, something like that. You don't do anything very seriously. You're mostly all about capturing family memories, you know, documenting your life, things like that. Or if you're looking for something that could double as like an EDC bag, that's probably the people that I would say stick to. You could get away with sticking with this one. I think if you get any more serious than that, you probably want to stay away from this one because you'll outgrow it really fast. If you are a little more serious and you want to take around a full size, you know, prosumer or pro body, you probably want to go up to the 3.5 liter. But like I showed earlier, it's not going to really work well if you have an integrated vertical grip. So, you know, this one is probably for people who are a little more serious. You know, you probably still want to go out and do street photography, shoot some parties, you know, baby showers, things like that. You know, if you do anything more serious than that, and if you shoot with flash or you need to bring a lot more lenses, then you're going to outgrow this one. And that's where you probably want to step up to the 7 liter. I think the 7 liter might be the sweet spot, I think, for most people. I think that this thing can hold, especially when you talk about the accessories that can be connected, this thing can hold so much stuff. It can get you through a lot of different gigs. So I'd say that this is probably the sweet spot. If I could only pick one, which is really hard to do, I would probably pick this guy. I know for those really light shooting days, it'll probably be overkill, but at least it can grow with you and go to bigger shoots if you need to. You know, if you have this, yes, this is probably perfect for those really light shooting days, but then you're kind of out of luck when you got to go shoot a bigger event. Of course, you can always get multiple sizes, which could get expensive. But I'd say that, man, if I had to choose one, it'd probably be the 7 liter. It's kind of like that Goldilocks range. Now, obviously, if you're a more serious photographer and you're going out and you're shooting live events, if you got to bring a lot of lenses, flashes, if you have a lot of, you know, if you have a gimbal or something, you're going to want this bigger bag. This will get you through most things. Man, if it was much bigger than this, you wouldn't want to carry it around. I think at that point, you're probably with a roller bag or something. So yeah, I'd say that this is probably more geared towards professionals or people who are traveling a lot, maybe, you know, because then you can bring other stuff other than your camera gear in here. But I know, you know, I'm just rambling now. I'm sorry, this was completely unscripted. I just wanted to run through these bags, give you guys an idea of what fit in there. I hope that that helps you make a decision. As always, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below and I'll do my best to answer them. I won't be able to, I know in the last video some of you were like, well, does a Nikon Z8 fit in there? Sorry, I don't know. I'm a Sony shooter. All my bodies are Sony. The only Nikon bodies I have are really old ones, like a D5100. I have some old film bodies, but that's probably not going to help most of you guys. But if there are any configurations or anything I could try, drop them down below if you're curious. I can try that. I have a lot more gear that I didn't show in this video. Like I have a bunch of flashes. I have more video-centric stuff, you know, like matte boxes, you know, rail systems, things like that, if that's what you're interested in. But I think that if you've seen what I've packed in there already, you can look up the sizes for all of these things and you can get a general idea for how much of your stuff can fit in the place of the stuff that I just showed you. Anyway, I know that this is a long video. I'm just rambling now. I hope that this was helpful for you. WOTANCRAFT, thank you so much for sending me these bags. They truly are my favorite bags of the moment. I use them all the time. Every day, pretty much, I'm using one of these bags. They're great. All right, well, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time here, my name is Matt. My video quality doesn't always look like this. I have all of my cameras out here right now, trying to fit them into these bags, so that's why the video looks like this. I apologize. I normally make videos about photography, filmmaking, gear. I do reviews. I'm starting something new where I want to do a little more vlogging. So be on the lookout for that. So if you don't want to miss any of that cool stuff, please consider liking and subscribing because it helps me out a lot. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.